During this webinar, Mike and I are going to walk you through some of the pain points associated with moving an on-premise fax system to the cloud and how we can alleviate these roadblocks introducing virtual telecom connections using Cloudly and their T38 optimized SIP trunks. So let's go through some pain points we've been hearing from our clients about moving their telecommunications to the cloud. Okay, first, moving lines can be more complex and require SBCs. SBCs are session border controllers. They're like firewall devices used for communication, for telecom. They do firewall, they do some line conditioning, they can do routing with some rules, but they are a little complex, and it is sometimes, not always, a requirement. And remember, voice SIP doesn't always work with fax. Next, which goes with what I just said, not all telecom providers offer fax expertise and connectivity. Clients will want to move from on-premise PBX to the cloud, but current providers can't provide reliable fax service. They don't have the fax infrastructure to support quality fax service. Also, clients can't afford to have service downtimes when switching from analog or digital to the cloud. And finally, fax isn't always a priority, and other communication technologies like voice and messaging will trump the budget list. Being proactive about virtualizing your infrastructure allows you to take certain elements into consideration so you can plan things out according to your environment. First of all, you have to assess your needs. Voice and fax can't always be treated the same. Next, you need to find the right service provider. It's always good to work with experts that understand fax and T38 technology. Another thing to consider is the new FCC order that it's allowing carriers to either retire their PRIs or raise the cost of their PRIs. And finally, set up trial using a demo. So it's always important to try it first, make sure it works in your environment. Many companies are going through a cloud initiative. They are realizing the advantages of moving their applications and service to the cloud. So let's go through the advantages of moving your RightFax server to the cloud. The biggest driver on moving any application to the cloud is to eliminate many of the hassles and complexities of managing on-premise infrastructure. Another driver is the ability to access your RightFax server and your faxes from any place where you have an internet connection without the need to open outside connections to your local network. Connection to the PSTN is another driver, since many companies are looking to move away from legacy telecom connections and on-premise PBXs. Finally, changes in government regulations can potentially increase the cost of legacy telecom service. When moving to the cloud, the only possible connection to the PSTN is using a SIP provider, and we will be talking about that during this presentation. As you can see from the diagram, there are some requirements when moving a RightFax server to the cloud. If you want full access to all the RightFax integrations, such as the ability to deliver faxes to a network folder or integration with your fleet of MFPs, you will need a VPN from the cloud back to your private network. You will also need to run SQL in the cloud or locally on your RightFax server. And as I mentioned in the previous slide, you will also need to choose a reliable SIP provider that can reliably transmit fax over the internet. You can also implement a highly redundant solution, including active-active collective environments. When moving RightFax to the cloud, you will have slightly different requirements than with an on-premise system. You will need to consider how many virtual machines you will need, what kind of VPN will be best for your environment, where do you want to run SQL, and will an SBC or fax gateway be necessary. You will also have to consider additional security enhancements since your data is now on a public network and not behind your firewalls. To fully virtualize your fax infrastructure, you will need to eliminate legacy phone connections. Replacing these connections with T38 SIP trunks is the best way to complete this virtualization. I'm now going to turn the presentation over to Mike DePerno from Cloudly Communications to discuss the advantages of choosing the right SIP trunks for your fax traffic.
Thanks, Jeff. Why use Cloudly T38 zip trunks? Cloudly's T38 zip trunks are standards-based. They are run over a dedicated fax network. It's not a voice zip trunk. It's an engineered zip trunk designed specifically for fax. Our trunks support a high volume of faxes, 24-hour faxes. We have an additional layer that will enable you to encrypt your faxes with a very low failure rate. Cloudly offers a wide array of business continuity. We offer an active-active, which is in the event that you have two servers, so you're always running server A, server B. They're both taking the load. In the event that server A goes down, server B will take the full load. So you'll never miss a beat. You'll always be active. We also have an active standby. So in the event that you only have a cold spare, you can go to your data center and bring up your cold spare and bring up the Cloudly service immediately. We offer multiple design options. We have active-active, active standby. We have active-active-active. These are some of the architecture designs that we can do. In an active-active scenario, it's not only for business continuity, it's also for load balancing and call distribution. So these are some different scenarios that Cloudly offer. And our engineers are here to work with you to design the right solution for your organization. Let's talk about the Cloudly service. Our service is based on a pay-as-you-go model. We offer a month-to-month, multi-year term, and a sliding scale option. Most deals are based on a month-to-month, but large organizations like a term deal so they can lock in their pricing going forward. And the beauty of our stuff is you can start with one line and you can add 500 lines. It's very scalable and we can turn you up on the fly. So it doesn't take weeks to get our SIP trunks and it takes minutes. This is a big strength of Cloudly, and this sets us apart from the traditional telcos. And setting up a fax server can be done within hours. And the beauty of our stuff is we're not going to force you to buy our technology, but you try it. If you like it, you buy it. Cloudly offers encrypted T38 trunking. It's a patented technology that is based on the AES standard. It encrypts the data in the medium. Encryption is a very important part of our business as we cater to the healthcare, financial, and government agencies. All of these sectors require encryption as the information they are faxing is very sensitive. Cloudly has been able to win many deals because of our T38 encrypted technology. Cloudly's real-time fax technology is accepted by HIPAA as a safe and legal form of document transmission. As a result, there should be no concern, no PHI concerns, and therefore a BAA is not required due to HIPAA's conduit exception. On August 2nd, 2022, the FCC changed the way telecom would be delivered. So what this means is that telcos have the right to tell you that they're no longer interested in providing you with an analog POTS line. Or if they do continue with the POTS line, they can charge you whatever they want. So I'll give you an example. I'll give you a live example. Is that a customer, they were paying $50 a month. And then as they got closer to the regulations, they increased the price to $99 a month. But since the regulation is in force right now, the same POTS line that used to cost you $50 a month now costs the customer $200 per POTS line per month. And they're delivering the same service. So it's just a way for the telcos to take more money. They want to get you off this technology because it's old technology. Healthcare organizations should really take note of this change in the law. As I'll give you another live example is one of my partners approached me that the institution that they were representing received an email from a carrier stating that on Monday, we're disconnecting your PRI lines. And they were like, why, what do you mean? Well, we informed you 2 years ago, but they sent the email to the wrong location. So they finally tracked down the customer and they said, you have to be off these PRIs by Wednesday. So I got the call on Monday, and by Tuesday, we were able to have the customer up and running, and by Wednesday, they were live. This is something that Cloudly does often, and we specialize in it.